This is the Boston Celtics newsfeed on CLNS. Today is Friday, December 1st, 2017. This is Nick Cherico reporting for CLNS, the leading online provider of audio and visual coverage for the Boston Celtics. The Celtics picked up a win last night at home against the Philadelphia 76ers with a final score of 108-97. Kyrie Irving led the way for the C's with 36 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. The Sixers, who were without Joel Embiid in this contest, saw forward Dario Saric lead them in points with 18 to go with 10 rebounds and 4 assists. Kyrie, who had 9 points and 2 assists in the fourth quarter, spoke after the game about his mindset heading into the final frame, saying, quote, "It's go time, especially when the game's in the balance. It's the best time to play. Ultimate freedom. You can really showcase what you've been working on." End quote. There was a bit of an injury scare in this one as well when Marcus Smart was seen hobbling on the sidelines late into the second half. After the game, he told Celtics media what he suffered was an Achilles injury, but he seems to be fine now. He said to reporters, quote, "Somebody stepped on the back of my Achilles and I just felt a sharp pain. I just came back here to make sure everything was alright, retape it, and everything was alright. It was just a stinger, so I came back out to play." End quote. For more post-game coverage like this, you can head on over to the CLNS YouTube page at youtube.com/CLNSmedia. Today's episode of the Celtics newsfeed is sponsored by DraftKings, the best place for you to win huge cash prizes every single night. With basketball season back in full swing, DraftKings is the place for one-day fantasy basketball. You can enter into their big money groups or play in beginner or casual contests with your friends. Head on over to DraftKings.com armed with a $5 deposit in our promo code CLNS and you can play for your share of $10,000 in total prizes. Don't wait. Use the code CLNS at DraftKings.com now to choose your lineup. In Maine Red Claws news, the team announced late last night that they traded center Daniel Oshefu and a 4th-round pick to the Windy City Bulls in exchange for the rights to shooting guard Wesley Saunders and a future 2nd-round pick. Saunders is currently playing overseas in Finland, but averaged 8.5 points and 5.5 rebounds last season in the G League for Windy City. Celtics forward Guerschon Yabusele saw his first G League action of the season this week in their game against the Westchester Knicks on Wednesday. He finished with a game-high 27 points to go with 6 rebounds in 38 minutes of action. He was called back up to the Celtics for last night's game, but didn't log any game time. The NBA announced today that New Orleans Pelicans center Anthony Davis will be fined $25,000 for verbally abusing a referee and failing to leave the court after being ejected on Wednesday night. This will be Davis's first career fine. Alright, we've got a jam-packed NBA schedule tonight, starting off with the Orlando Magic hosting the Golden State Warriors, followed by the Detroit Pistons heading to Washington for a matchup with the Wizards, the Raptors facing off against the Indiana Pacers at home, the Miami Heat playing the Charlotte Hornets in South Beach, the Sacramento Kings heading east to Chicago for a matchup with the Bulls, the Memphis Grizzlies hosting the San Antonio Spurs, the Oklahoma City Thunder playing the Minnesota Timberwolves at home, and the Utah Jazz facing off against the New Orleans Pelicans in Salt Lake City. Alright, that's gonna be it for now, guys, so make sure to follow CLNS on Twitter at CLNS Media, and make sure to subscribe to the Celtics newsfeed both on iTunes and Stitcher, as well as the CLNS Media Network mobile podcast app. This has been Nick Cherico for the Celtics newsfeed and the CLNS Media Network.